Hi, this is Maginoni, and here's my reviews for Alpha Flight 0.1 and Avengers The Fear Itself tie-in, issue number 13. Let's talk about this tie-in. I'm really not crazy about the art in this one. I think it's the grins that people have, and I don't like Jarvis. But besides the point, this is... Okay, I have to admit, I've read this thing twice. The first time I read this, all I was doing was raging, going, what am I reading? It says Fear Itself, and I'm not getting scared. And I was getting angry because I see people smiling and talking, and I don't see, the very important page, which is coming up here somewhere. It's never around when you need it. You don't have this page. This is what I wanted. I wanted the story to pick up from here and go forward, but it doesn't do that. What it does is you get these panels here like this that talk about, these are the different characters, who they are, things like that. And what was really throwing me off is, you get things like, Miss Marvel in her old costume. You get what looks like Who's the Wasp mixed in with Wolverine and Marvel Boy. Quicksilver. That's definitely the Wasp. And then again, you see people laughing. You see Tony Stark making out. And I'm like, I don't understand. I just don't get it. But then when I read it again, it's like a really weird character piece, I guess you can say. This is the calm before the storm. In a way, this is giving you an odd temperature check as to where people are at the moment. And then what happens is you get the Blitzkrieg, and then it goes back into time. And basically what happens is, if you remember a while back, where Tony and the Avengers stand up in front of the town and says, hey, we're going to rebuild Asgard. This is what takes place moments before that occurs. You have a kind of a funny thing here with Marvel Boy introducing his girlfriend to the Hulk, and just seeing the Hulk's massive hand compared to her head, and how he can probably crush it like an egg. You have Spider-Man throwing up inside his mask because of the Hulk and his eggs down here. There was a really, really nice story thing with in Asgard. I think this is we really needed to see this, but I just wish it wasn't now. You have Volstagg hitting on Miss Marvel, and I'm sure you've seen the previews somewhere where Hawkeye was possibly getting romantically involved with Spider-Woman, and this takes place here. This is where initially it starts, and then it also addresses the fact of, Bobby and Clint's relationship, because technically they're married, but they're not married. Because technically she died, she was a Skrull and all that other nonsense. So, what I will say is this: See, I would say it's an enjoyable issue, but I just have issues with it. But I think this was a much-needed issue to bridge and foreshadow what's to come. Because when this issue ended, it ended with the ominous, and just like that, the Avengers are never going to be the same again. And that's, I think this is why this type of issue is needed. I just wish that I didn't see Fear Itself on the banner and then make me get excited. Now let's look at Alpha Flight. I don't think this issue is good. I don't think Alpha Flight's going to last. I really don't. If the rest of the storyline is like this, it's just, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think this is going to be a 12-issue miniseries, and then it'll just disappear. Basically what they've done was they've resurrected all the classic Alpha Flight characters, which is both good and bad. I like the fact how they house cleaned. They got rid of some of the they got rid of some of the characters who weren't as strong, like what's her name? That freaking fish girl. That's her name. I can't remember now. It starts with an M. But I like Sasquatch. I like Snowbird. Shaman has to be there. I didn't like the fact that they resurrected Guardian, James, but then they kept, because now you have James and Heather, and they're kind of like redundant characters. this actually is, in a weird way, this is kind of like a Fear Itself tie-in, because it talked about the themes of, people's fear, people's anger, and you have an election time, and then there's like basically terrorist type supervillains who are crippling power to the city and things like that. I thought the art reminded me of Greg Land at times, but I thought the art was still pretty good. I didn't like the Sasquatch's new look. I think he looks like, if you look here, that's what I envision Sasquatch as, but he doesn't quite have that complete look. Now, I think it might be just the panels that they selected. Maybe that's what's showing. Maybe he's not in his full glory, but we'll see. I'll probably get a few issues just because of my fondness of Alpha Flight. I really did like Alpha Flight when it first came out by John Byrne, and but I thought after Byrne left, Alpha Flight kind of lost its wings, so to speak. It lost its direction, and then it just kind of disintegrated into like a bad comic. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen. You have and the one other thing that was kind of weird was you had Northstar, who, Northstar basically, he was supposed to be part of Alpha Flight, but he's an X-Men at the same time, and there's probably going to be some people out there who are going to dislike the fact of, his relationship with his PR guy, and there's probably a panel in there that's probably going to upset a bunch of people, which was just really stupid, that people would just get so bent out of shape over a comic book for that. But anyways, I don't know. It's not strong, but I just hope it gets better. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious to know if anybody out there that did get Alpha Flight, what you guys think of it. I'll have more reviews up later. So until next time.